This is extremely interesting. So, I seen a short earlier this morning about a Crofton lawsuit ruling, and it turns out Subnautica won. So, I've found this post, it's the best post that I can find at the moment, which is named US Cool Rules Against South Korean Gaming Company and its AI Hatched Takeover Plan. And the summary notes is the Crafton CEO followed ChatGPT advice in 250 million dispute. Court order reinstates studio head, rejects Crafton's claims, and Crafton disagrees with the ruling, evaluates options, and then focuses on game development. Which I think is funny that they don't agree with the ruling because it's not the ruling that they wanted. The real question is even after the ruling is in Subnautica's favor, will the game still be a hit? Because I know a lot of people were distraught that this had happened in the first place, and that people might not buy the game now. Another thing to note is that, obviously, because Subnautica now won, will people come back to the game because Crafton did not win? But I thought, might as well quickly go through it, see what there is. I haven't read this post yet, so I have no idea what the hell's in it. So it'll be interesting to see. So, a Delaware judge ordered on Monday that South Korean game developer Crafton Inc. reinstates the head of one of its video game studios, ruling it had been improperly removed as part of a takeover plan hatched by ChatGPT. Crafton CEO Chang Kim had largely followed the advice of an AI tool, ChatGPT, during a $250 million dispute with the leaders of Subnautica, game maker Unknown Worlds Entertainment, which Crafton had acquired, according to the ruling by Vice Chancellor Laurie Will of the Court of the Chancery in Delaware. Businesses and governments are scrambling for new ways to use artificial intelligence, mass layoffs. Is this part important? Yeah, that's not important. Crafton said in a statement that it disagreed with the ruling and was evaluating its options and remained focused on delivering the best possible game for fans. The company said it was working tirelessly to strengthen the Subnautica sequel and prepare it for early access release. Oh god, do I want to go on a rant right now? You know what? Fuck it. If you wanted to prepare it for early access, you shouldn't have fired the fucking directors. You fucking dumbasses. Like, that's their literal goal, was to release it last fucking year. And you thought, nah, we'll fire them because we didn't want to pay $250 million. And the thing is that's not even how it worked. It was any money that Unknown Worlds had made above $68.9 million. I think it was like every $3 a dollar was added to their payout up to $250 million. And with the release of Subnautica 2, but that would have happened last year, it would have definitely overturned that revenue goal because it is the most wish-listed game on Steam. But you didn't want to pay it, so you ended up firing it and delaying the project by 8 fucking months. The fuck you mean best possible game for the fans? We knew it was going to be early access. We fucking wanted early access. Anyways, attorneys for the studio leadership did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Yeah, because they gotta figure out what to say to make people happy but still piss them off. The dispute system from Crafton's accusation for Unknown Worlds Entertainment for $500 million upfront in 2021, Crafton agreed the studio would remain independent and that its leaders, co-founders Charlie Cleveland and Max McGuire, and the CEO Ted Gill would remain in operation control and could only be fired for cause, according to Will's ruling. If the company met certain targets, Crafton would pay what's known as an earnout worth up to $250 million. As the studio's last year was ramping up to release Subnautica 2, internal projections showed it would trigger the earnout. According to the ruling, Crafton CEO Kim feared that he was caught in a pushover deal, and in June turned to ChatGPT to get it out. Over the next month, Crafton followed most of ChatGPT's recommendations, Will wrote in her opinion. As the chatbot suggested, the company formed internal task force to negotiate a new deal or execute a takeover of the studio. It was also outlined specific actions, including communications and strategies focused on fan trust, securing publishing rights over Subnautica 2, and preparing to systematic material of legal defense. You fucked up when you got your hand when they got their hands on this. Like, what the fuck? What the hell? Like, that is like conspiracy. What the fuck? Unable to get leadership to negotiate the earnout, Crafton removed them, alleging they deceived the company about diminishing amount over time they were spending at the studio, a claim that the judge rejected. Will ordered operational control to be returned to Gil, the CEO of the studio. She also extended the period in which the earnout criteria could be met. I think that is a great ruling because it not only shows that companies can't do whatever the fuck they want to the game developers, but it also now allows the original founders of Unknown Worlds to get back into the game and get the payout that they were definitely warranted to get. It just depends now on what the future brings, because the game is still set to release sometime this year. We do not know when, but it could be significantly sooner than what was originally planned by Crafton, because the CEO is now back in the train, so now we might be able to get going again, and we might actually see a release very soon. So I think it'll be very, very interesting for this to happen, and I am happy for the CEO to get their position back. But that's my thoughts on it. Have a nice day.